Hey guys, and welcome to today's video. So today's video is going to be really fun. So I'm sure you guys have seen, and you already saw the title, the How I Wore My Makeup in High School challenge. As soon as I saw that, I knew that I was going to have to do it because the way I wore my makeup in high school was just too hilarious to not do. And a couple of you have requested me to do it, so here I am, and this is going to be hilarious. Let's just get started. So this is just going to be really, fucking hilarious. Okay. So the first thing that I would put on my face is stick concealer. Now, obviously, as you guys know, I use normal concealer. Well, you know what? I want to show you guys the funny pictures. You obviously already saw them in the thumbnail, but just for fun, or should I make you wait a second? I'm going to make you wait a second to see the funny pictures. So I would take any stick concealer. I have here a Rimmel one and a ColorMates one, which is what I should use in this video because it's the cheap one. When I was in high school, oh, and I should mention to you, I'm doing 9th, 10th grade high school. 11th and 12th grade, I was way better. You can go stalk my Instagram at Kelsey. I was way better. But I'm doing 9th and 10th grade high school because that's what's funny. So I would take my little stick concealer and I put it on first, which I don't do now because then your foundation smudges it all over, but I didn't know that at the time. So, and I did not care what color either. Usually I would just go into my mom's room and grab something that she had, and what I would do is I would just put it under my dark circles. And the trick that I used, I already put it on, but if you go like this and then you look in the mirror like you're all creepy, you can see where the shadows hit underneath your eyes, and that's where I would put it. And then I would just go like this with my finger, and I would just rub it like this. Which all of this is not going to matter because we're going to put our foundation right on top of it and ruin it anyways, but this is what I used to do. The exact brands that I would use, like I said, I literally would just grab a random stick concealer that my mom had, so this is going to have to do. So I literally would leave it like this, and then I would put my foundation on. This is where it gets kind of funny too. Okay. I would use a brush. I'm going to use my normal brush because this is the kind of brush I would use back then. It's not the same brush, but I would use a flat top brush back then. Little did I know that that's actually what was a good thing, but I would just use it because it was what was there. Now, you guys are going to die when you see the foundation that I used to use. I have 2 of them with me. I actually didn't even have to go buy them for this video. I had them in my collection already because I have never used them. I used to get my foundation from the dollar store, and it was the Maybelline Mineral Power Natural Perfecting Foundation from the dollar store for $1. And you guys want to see the shade that I was? I was the shade Dark, number 2, Caramel. Does that look like caramel to you? This is ridiculously dark, and yes, I was actually this dark. If you go stalk me, like I said, you will see. I used to get, you think I'm tan now, this is how tan I used to get because I would tan in the bed and outside, and now I'm just tanning outside. But yeah, this is a foundation. I'm actually going to crack one open. Oh, this one's already open. And I'm going to just put some on the back of my hand so you can see how dark it really is. That's how dark the foundation is. Once you blend it out, I guess it's not that bad, but no? I should just put this on for you guys. Should I put it on? No, then people are going to be like, you're doing blackface. That is the shade of foundation I used to be, and that is the kind of foundation I would use. And I actually still really love the formula. It's a really high coverage formula. You can tell just from swatching it on your hand. And it was dewy and great, and yeah, that's the foundation I used to use. But since I don't feel like dealing with people bitching at me for doing blackface, I'm going to go ahead and use Maybelline 330, which is still, really dark, but I know that people would bitch if I use this. So when I was in high school, I used to put a ton of foundation on. Right now, I only ever use a tiny bit because it covers my whole face. But back then, I didn't care. I would put a ton on, so that's what we're going to do. My face feels so wet. Oh my god. People are probably still going to say I'm doing blackface because I look more pink. But I'm really tan right now, so normally this is the shade that I would be when I'm really tan. I should have just done it with the other foundation, honestly. But yes, this looks like cake face, and yes, this is what I used to wear. So, you guys just wait. It only gets worse. I didn't really care about blending back then. I would just get it on the face, and if it looked halfway decent, then I was done. This is just hilarious. Okay, I would put on bronzer, and this is the bronzer I would use. The Physicians Formula Bronze Booster. I don't know what, oh, it's in medium dark, and I would put it on my face without setting my face first, so I would just go like this, right on top of my wet foundation, and I would just put it on my cheeks. I don't think I put it on my forehead back then, because I didn't have any concept of contouring or anything. I just put bronzer on my cheeks, and it was usually just to make myself look even more tan. So there's that. I didn't do my eyebrows in 9th and 10th grade. I did in 11th and 12th, but we are going for 9th and 10th grade Kelsey, so we're not doing our eyebrows. So what I would do for liner is I would take a regular cheap, this is a Physicians Formula, a regular black like smudge liner, and I would do the top of my eye in almost like an almond shape. Like I would trace it, and then I would get a little bit thicker on the outer corner, but I didn't do a wing. So I'm filming on my phone, so I can't zoom in. Actually, I might be able to zoom in when I'm editing, but just, you'll see you'll see. Oh, and first, before I ever did any normal liner, I would line both waterlines. That's what I used to do. So I'm gonna line both inside, or top and bottom waterline too. Okay, so I lined the top and bottom waterline, and now it's so funny how you can see how lining my bottom waterline makes my under eye bags pop out 10 times more. It's so weird. Now I'm going to show you how I would do my top liner. Okay, of course, just my luck, my camera cut out on me, but this is how I would do my eyeliner. It went, like, I would just trace it and then go up at the end like a little almond. That's what I like to call it. And since it cut out on me, I was talking the entire time. I also put a teeny tiny bit on the bottom outer corners. I literally look like a rat. I can't even. So the mascara that I would use in high school, 9th and 10th grade, keep in mind, any drugstore mascara, Maybelline, CoverGirl, any of them, didn't matter. This is the Falsies Volume Express, but in case you're wondering, yes, I absolutely used the pink and green Maybelline one that everybody else has been showing in their high school makeup tutorials, because yes, I definitely use that. What I would do is I would clump and put on as much as I possibly could to make my eyelashes look as long and clumpy as possible, so that's what I'm gonna do. Okay, so now that we've got our super clumpy mascara on, the final thing that I would do is take the same concealer. This one's different because that one would be way too obnoxiously light. The same concealer I would put under my eyes, I would put on my lips. Now this is the most freaking hilarious part of the entire way I wore my makeup back then. Now I'm going to insert some hilarious pictures. I used to go out like that. How the hell did anybody let me out of the house looking like that? I don't know. I used to think that lip color was disgusting, and I just wanted my lips to be completely whited out with concealer. And this is exactly what I would do. I think I got this from like Jersey Shore. I used to try to tell my friends, like, put it on, it'll make you look so much better. And they were like, no. Even when I met Jock, I had still been doing this to my lips, and he was like, why do you do that to your lips? Like, okay, so this is literally how I used to wear my makeup in high school, 9th and 10th grade, not 11th and 12th. 11th and 12th was more normal. But this is literally how I used to wear my makeup in high school, so I hope that you guys were entertained by this video. It was fun for me to do because it's just hilarious looking at this. Like, this is what I used to look like, and, you know, it's just hilarious. So, thank you guys for tagging me to do this, and I just hope that you got a laugh out of this. I definitely did. It's going to be really fun for me to pull up all those old pictures and insert them and put them in the thumbnail. So, oh my god, the things that I do for you guys. That's about all I got to say. I will talk to you guys in the comments down below. Keep your eyes out. I think I'm going to be doing a Snapchat Q&A soon, so if you haven't already, add me on Snapchat at Kelsey Alfred, and, you know, you'll be ready for when I do that. But, oh man, you see my eyes twitching right now? Did anybody see that? If you didn't, you need to rewind and look at this eye twitch, because it twitched. But anyways, that's all I have to say. I'm going to talk to you guys in the comments. Goodbye.